Alright. Yep, this eye lease again, unless you haven't really, you know, checked to see if it was for me again. But anyways, there seems to be a lot of talk about this dumbass woman who goes by the name Zoe Quinn. Now, if you haven't checked, Zoe Quinn decided to, make a lot of games, or she made a few games here and there. And apparently, she sucked and fucked her silly little way up the ladder. Lots of women do that. She basically did the old Melrose Place, Dallas, don't name your fucking uh, drama show in which everybody's backstabbing each other. Hell, I think most daytime dramas have this shit on there. And sucked and fucked her way up to the top of the ladder. Didn't I say this before? Yeah, I did. And her video was recently favored by the good old Annie Scarzizian, or famous frequency. I'm gonna get back to that, but yeah, she basically did what um, you know a lot of women who can't get up there in the workforce would do: get laid a lot. But anyways, this video isn't really about Miss Quinn and her little ways. Because, when it comes to most women in promotions, a lot of them have to usually end up sleeping their way to the top. And she's a manipulative, crazy, psycho woman. Not gonna disagree with that. But then you got the other side of the spectrum: Thunderfoot. Yeah, I know. Right now, he's making that little video using an Andy Cartesian little link on there because Rasmus was nice enough to bring that little detail up. Not forgetting the simple little fact that when Andy Cartesian, when she made that little video and brought up that game Depression Quest, that news didn't come out back then. It came out now. I mean, yeah, Miss Quinn is getting a lot of good reviews from most of the guys she gave blowjobs to and had them stick their dicks up her vagina. That that information's kind of coming out now. But Thunderfoot is going to somehow make it and spend it, of course, how he always does, to make it sound like Annie Scarisian probably already knew. Hell, they probably even had a lesbian love affair, because Quinn got on her knees and just, well, you know. Now, I mean, seriously, this is just all fucked up. And I already know Thunderfoot's making this video. Of course he's making this fucking video. I mean, his legions amounts of anti-feminists and somehow feminists are responsible. And then his, rape, like in his more other anti-feministic videos in which he basically stapled himself as a rape apologist. I'm not joking, he really did that. Even though some people, Commodore, is basically getting up there and saying, but he was talking about prevention of rape. He wasn't being apologetic. Yeah, because when rapists are out to, rape women, they go out and sniff their fears like animals. Even though when those animals go out there and are sniffing fear, they're sniffing them for food. Because, when animals time to breed comes up, little changes happens in the females, and then they smell it on their vaginas, and then the dirty deed is done. But when a pack of animals are looking at you wildly, they're not there to rape the shit out of you. They're there to use you as food. Because that stuff that's wrapped around your bone structure, that's called meat. All of the meat. Hell, even your brain's nice and juicy if they can crack that skull open well enough. I'm not joking. Thunderfoot said all of this in his video. Because, wiping away your smell of fear is going to not make a man want to rape you. No joke. He said that. Well, kind of said it. He said it more subtle, dumbass fucking ways I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. I'm I'm just not one to bring back old ghosts or when people say extremely stupid shit, or the fact that in one of past Thunderfoot's videos, he literally said this, that that he was talking about the physical difference between men and women. Men have more upper body strength because they don't have to worry about pregnancy, which is true, and women are weaker, and because they have to have pregnancy and all that other shit. Even though that women can actually take, and it's been proven in science, that women can actually take more pain than men. Of course, when you're, you know, peeing out a giant object as big as almost as big as a watermelon out of your vagina, yeah, it doesn't sound too comfortable. You would need a body that can take that kind of pain. And I'm not going to sympathize with Quinn neither. I mean, she made her own fucking mistakes. Of course, she did use those things called boobs on her chest to get ahead. But then again, you know, men out there are mostly perverts, and when somebody out there with a nice rack says, let's fuck and I'll get a promotion, 9 out of 10 times they take it. And of course, Rapazon saying, how dare she ruin this her boss who she slept with, life, in their marriage. Rapazon, okay, she had a part in that. No, no doubt. He did too. He fucked her behind his wife's back. Doesn't mean that he gets a free pass because, she manipulated him with their chest. He kind of stuck the dick into the vagina there, pal. So, yeah. It's not just her fault because she was born with that thing called a vagina. No. It was his fault for doing the deed in the first place. I mean, yeah, she might possibly ask for a promotion and then gave him a good blowjob, but like Litton, he then started jabbing her with the damn thing. Because that's how sex works. Man's got a thrust. I mean, unless she put on strapped on a good old dildo, pulled his pants down, and forced it up his ass, I kinda doubt that. Of course, if it did, that's a little sick to imagine. So, yeah, I think the boss kind of fucked his own life up in that one, too. No sympathy on my side on that, on either of them. He wanted to fuck up his marriage by sleeping with Quinn. That's his own fucking problem. If she wanted to go fuck up some guy's marriage, that's her fucking problem too. As for her boyfriend, you got my sympathies, dude. Bitch was cheating on your ass. And for the boss whose wife divorced him over this, oh, sorry, dude. You shouldn't stick your cock into strange objects. Go figure. Or, not strange objects, I meant strange woman. Basically, what I'm getting at is they're both fucking guilty. And probably half the other men are too. The whole she seduced these men into fucking her bullshit, I don't really believe that because most of the times when you get a boner and you start jabbing it into a woman, 9 out of 10 times it's both parties' fault. Hell, half those reviewers that gave her good reviews and thumbs ups for good old blowjobs and sex are as pretty much as guilty as she is. Do I feel sorry for her ex-boyfriend or that boss's ex-wife? Well, yeah, they're the innocent victims in all this. I ain't gonna feel sorry for the boss. He ruined his own fucking relationship with his wife. And for the rest of the people that she, you know, sucked and fucked for good reviews, I'm just going to say this shit in every which other fucking way. They're all fucking guilty of this shit. And anybody that was having relationships with all those people, I feel sorry for you. Because you're the innocent victims in this. But as for the ones who actually committed into the sex, male and female, you're all guilty. Deal with it. But also, good old Thunderfoot. He's going to make this video. He's going to make that connection to Andy Cartesian. I know he is. Of course he is. He will be. Hell, it's probably already up by the time I'm talking this off. Because it's not a surprise from a guy who said that the only reason men rape women is, because they smell fear off of women. And I'm not joking. He actually said that shit. And of course, he's going to make this connection. He's going to make that video, and then he's going to make 100 more on Andy Scarzizian because, well, she was born with that vagina, and she talks bad about bros and video games. It's like they all fucking do. But Mr. Rabazaz, or whatever the hell fuck you call yourself, understand one thing. When Andy Scarese gave that video game thumbs up, I doubt she knew all this shit that had come out. In fact, I would better have to say not anybody knew about it. So let's all expect the Glenn Beck type board coming back up with Thunderfoot connecting Angie Scarese with Zoe Quinn because I just know that's going to happen. See ya.